Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. It is Kay, your spiritual witch, your astrologer and numerologist. So I'm going to bring you a quick horoscope update for what I see for this particular sun sign for the month of June. This is what I see based on my interpretation of the charts. I can't speak for what other astrologers see. This is just based on my opinion. So we are going to have a full moon this month on the 14th of June in your sign. It's going to be in Sagittarius around 11:51 a.m. GMT time. So that's my local time and you can convert it to your time. But before we get into that, the first things to note is that as we start the month, we are going to have the sun in Gemini. So for you, this is a huge focus on your love, marriage, serious commitments that you have in life, your business partnerships, your deals, and also the house of legalities. This is the 7th house. So if we look over on the left hand side, the chart here, where we've got, this is actually the chart for the full moon day itself, but for you, where the sun will be is going to be around your 7th house, okay, where I put the arrow and you've got number 1. So that's what's going on for the month. So this is a really good area of life to focus on because the sun will be here and the sun is about growth, health, vitality. So you could experience some real positive energy around this part of your life. It could also be a good time for you to work on your business, work on your business deals, and also, care and nurture for your love and marriage. If you're someone who's loved up and happy at the moment, this could be a real good time to give that extra energy for your partner. I'm sure they'll be really happy for that. So moving through the month, when we get to the actual full moon itself on the 14th, so this is here on the left hand side, this whole week is going to be your personal power week. So if you look at the chart here, we've got the sun, which is circled up in yellow, up in the 10th house at 23 degrees of Gemini, and then we've got obviously the moon down in the 4th house, which is circled in yellow as well at 23 degrees of Sagittarius. So that's what's making up the full moon when you've got the sun and the moon opposite each other. So for this particular week, this is going to actually happen in your first house of you. It's going to be all about you. So manifest, do your spells for all my witches, journal write, focus on you, focus on your appearance, anything that you want for you. As we have this full moon, I really encourage all Sagittariuses to really focus on themselves because it is really your powerful week. Every time there is a new or full moon in any sun sign's particular sign, it is their time to shine. So I'm hoping that you have a wonderful full moon and you make use of this week. Now, one thing to keep in mind, now the full moon or a new moon, any moon that we have, the energy lasts for about 7 or 8 days. So you've got that time there to focus on you. But we're going to have Neptune, which is the planet of hopes and dreams, which is circled here in black. The pink planet, which is at 25 degrees of Pisces. This is going to cause a little bit of a conflict with the sun and the moon around the full moon. This is the only thing to be mindful of. And what I see for the Sagittarius sign is that you may have some personal conflicts because a square is an energy of frustration or conflict. So when planets make this aspect between them, when they touch each other in that way and they form squares, as you can see, you've got the sun up in the 10th, you've got the moon down in the 4th, and then you've got in the middle in the 7th, you've got Neptune. This aspect is a square. So Neptune is projecting annoyances, you could say, or annoying the sun and the moon. Now for you, be mindful. It is your personal power week, but be mindful that this is going on. Now, it's going to impact on your 4th and 7th houses because you've got the sun in Gemini, which is going to be around your 4th house, and you've got the moon you've got Neptune in Pisces, which will be around your 4th house. So this could be your home life. The 4th house is your home, your foundations, your private life, what you call secure, basically your home life, your private life, and also the conflict is with your 7th house. So this could be your businesses, your marriages, your serious commitments, and so forth. So even though the sun is blessing this area, prepare yourself. Potentially, maybe it could be a time where there's a little bit of conflict between those two areas of life, but because it is a Sagittarius full moon. I mean, come on, this isn't anything you can't handle, because you know it's your personal power week. But that is what I would say. That's the only area of difficulty that is going on around the full moon. So moving forward, by the time we get to the new moon in June, we're going to have a new moon in Cancer, 7 degrees of Cancer. So if you look on the chart, down in house 2, we've got the sun and the moon together side by side, and this is what's going to form a new moon, and this is in the sign of Cancer. Now for you, where this is going to fall is actually going to be in your 8th house. So I've circled that up the top by number 2. This is your area of shared finances, like your debts, your taxes, any property that you share. It's the house of where we share anything that doesn't belong to us, even things like doesn't belong to us only, I should say. So even things like sexual desires can come in the 8th house. It's also a house of transformation, death and rebirth, not literal death, but when something dies away and something else comes to light in our life, and the house of divorce. But this is a new moon, so you could be really feeling some new energy around these areas of your life, around your debts, around your finances, around any property that you own, around anything that you're trying to transform, or even if you're someone who is sadly going through a divorce. This new moon could be a real time for renewal. This is what I see for the Sagittarius sun sign. You know, it's a time for you to really renew things because it is a new moon in this area. So top tips: get on top of your finances, make sure everything's in check, you know, and make sure that everything is going well with anything you owe or anything that you share in life. Now at this point in time, the sun's actually going to be in Cancer now, and because we've got the new moon and the sun's moved from Gemini into Cancer. Now this also is going to be in the same area around your 8th house. So the sun will be blessing this area of your life. You know, the sun is there to help and to cause this new energy come in as well. So that is really good energy. So for the month of June, as we progress through, by the time we reach the end, the new moon is on the 29th of June, around 2:53 a.m. my local time, GMT, so you can convert this to your own time. You know, it's a real time for renewal in this part of your life. Now, another positive aspect that's happening around here, what I see for you is that you've got Mars, the planet that's red, that is circled in yellow, up in the 12th house on the day. This is going to be in Aries, and then this planet is actually forming a nice sextile. And when planets do this, this is what causes like comfort, you know, slight harmony. Things are kind of easing up. It's a good positive energy. It's not like it's a trine where everything's perfect and everything's happy and joyful, but it's positive energy. So Mars is the planet that is going to get things done. It's real motivation, and he is projecting that energy off to Saturn and Pluto. Saturn is the planet that gives challenges. Pluto is the planet that offers transformation. Now for you, how this is going to impact you is your 1st, 2nd and 3rd areas of life. So you will have the let's see, how can I explain it to you in simple terms? You're going to have, let's say, your money, your 2nd house, which is going to be your finances. This is finances that you actually own yourself, not anything that's shared. Your values, what you value in life as a person. Your body comes under the 2nd house, and anything that you own personally. And obviously this includes money, property, whatever it is, you know, cars, all that kind of stuff, clothes, anything that you own. So this area of life, also along with your 3rd house, which is your siblings, your neighborhood, it is your house of communication, your education. So you could find that you are really motivated in these areas of life as we move through the new moon, because Mars is giving you that extra drive. So it's a really good time where we've got the new moon focusing on your shared finances, or any debts that you have, or any money that you owe and stuff like that, and transforming this area. Things are looking good in your own personal money area. So for what I see for Sagittarius is basically the end of the month, the focus is on money. It is, you know, your own money versus anything that you have to pay out. It feels like things are coming into alignment, and there's going to be a lot more balance for you. So that is really, really positive around the new moon. So this is what I see for this sign. Now, finally, just to close out, key things that we need to know about the month that are going to impact on us all and how they impact on Sagittarius is finally Mercury is going direct. He will be direct at the very start of the month on the 3rd, which is great, at 26 degrees of Taurus. Now, this is going to impact for Sagittarius around your 6th house, which is your ability to earn money. It is your health, your physical health. It is any disputes that you've had with people in the past. It's also any services that you provide to people, so how you are of service to other people. So Mercury is that planet of, you know, communication, thoughts, thinking, learning. So if you've had any disputes going on, like how he is turning direct in your house of disputes, any disputes that you've had in life or with anybody recently or around this time, that could be coming to a close. If you've had any problems around your ability to earn or work, or even services that you are providing to other people or things that you are doing for them, if there's been any confusion or any setbacks or going over any old ground while he's been in retrograde, this could all see some new energy and things could move forward for you, which is really positive. On the 5th, we've then got Saturn turning retrograde, so he is going to be moving backwards, so he will be calling us all back to something. Now, Saturn, as I explained, is that planet of challenge, is that planet of lesson learning, being very, very mature, and he can kind of put obstacles in the way of situations, people, places and things. Now his energy is going to be calling you back to your 3rd house, so this is going to be around your siblings, where you're living at the moment, your neighborhood, your education, if you are doing any kind of study, and any short trips that you have. So particularly for Sagittarius, if you are traveling this month or you need to do a lot of travels, make sure that you check and check your route, because Saturn is going to be going back through your house of short trips and travels, possibly causing some problems, or maybe even calling you or directing you to recheck everything if you are someone who's going to be going on any trips. Finally, Neptune is going to retrograde right at the end of the month, around the 25th, the 29th, and it's going to be 25 degrees of Pisces. For you, this is going to fall in your house, in your home area of life. This is going to be your private life. This is going to be what you do behind closed doors, and anything that you call secure, and also a representation of any mother figures that you have in your life. Now again, as I said, a planet that's going into retrograde is calling you back to something. So the advice here is to take a look at your private life, your house, your home life, anything that you call secure. Go back, double check that you're happy with everything, and be realistic about things, because Neptune is that planet that can cause us to be unrealistic sometimes. But when he is retrograding, that's when he can give us a real reality check. So when it comes to your home and private life, be realistic about things, be realistic around with everybody who is involved in that area of your life, and just be mindful, because he is retrograding back and calling you back. So that is it. Blessed be Sagittarius. Have a wonderful month. Drop me a comment, let me know how it resonates. Like, share, subscribe. You know the deal, and I will see you in the next video, the next tarot reading, the next teacup reading, whatever goes up next. I will see you then.